Johnson. Yeah, we looking good.
115-138, your final. A Lake Show win. Anthony Davis, 28. LeBron James, 22, 10 assists. Montrez again, 22 points, 10 of 13. So efficient, 7 boards. Luka Doncic finishes with 27 and 7 dimes. Let's hear from Frank Vogel. He is speaking with Mike Trudell in the media on Zoom.
Yeah, we have a lot of offensive firepower, and our guys had a motivated spirit after the game one loss. We're in attack mode, attacking the paint, but also thinking extra pass basketball, and we had 33 assists and strong offensive performance.
Just wanted to ask you about Harrell specifically with that second unit, the efficiency that he had, how he's able to operate from what you've seen in practice, what you saw last year, and how it's playing off on your roster.
Yeah, the simplest way to put it is he catches everything and he finishes everything. He's just he's a talented guy. Whether it's rolls to the basket, offensive rebounds, he's just got a great knack for his little hook shots and push shots in the paint. You can post him some, and the reason he was 6th man of the year last year, and a reason why we wanted to pick him up. He just had a terrific night. 10 for 13, 22 points.
Kyle Goon.
Yeah, Frank, it seemed like you guys had, some mixed success on Doncic, but how do you feel like that defensive plan worked for, early in the year against a really high-powered star?
Yeah, probably not good enough. Luckily, our offense was clicking the way it was. But, I do think that we did a decent job on the three-point line. This team's capable of making 20-plus threes if you overcommit to your helps. And, we just try to compete as best we can with Luka in terms of shooting a low percentage, keeping them from making a lot of threes, and like I said, trying not to overhelp and open up their three-point game.
Dan Warkey.
Hey, Frank. Is one of the hopes with this roster that you might be able to close games like you did tonight with either LeBron or AD on the bench because of kind of the firepower you have, and is that one of the advantages of Schroeder and Harrell?
It's a dual-purpose thing. We want to get our depth, enough reps, whether it's returning guys or new guys, to get their legs on them, to get the rhythm and timing up, while also managing LeBron and Anthony's minutes early in the season. And obviously, anytime you can build a lead up enough where you can sit your starters towards the end of the game, that's always positive.
Did you ever come close to putting him back in at all during that stretch?
I'm always, cautious of how the game can turn. So, I didn't really, I never really mentally have them completely out of the game until I empty the bench.
Dave McMenamin.
Frank, what was the part of the offensive explosion do you feel like is most responsible for? You shoot almost twice as well from the three than you did in opening night against the Clippers. Is there a point where you guys find rhythm as a team because you haven't had that much time together? Is it a mix of the looks you're getting against the Mavs defense? What can you account for that?
Well, I think it starts with LeBron and Anthony playing at a high level. That puts a lot of pressure on the defense to commit, and those guys are willing passers. So, you move the ball to the basketball around with the firepower that we have and commit to the open shot. We're going to shoot a high percentage. And I'd also say we just have a number of guys playing well. Obviously, Trez and Dennis with his ability to get in the paint and create for others. Kuz played well. A lot of guys played well individually. But, again, when you have the type of guys that we have that can attack, still make extra passes when the help comes, you have a chance to have, to produce the way we did tonight.
Jovan?
Hey, Frank. The other day you said that you told Kyle that you wanted him to bring energy on both ends of the floor. What did you think of his energy tonight? He had a couple offensive rebounds, a nice block defensively. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, I think he's playing at a high level, and what I think he really improved upon last year is impacting the game in ways other than scoring. And, the defensive effort, the defensive glass, blocking shots like he did tonight on that one help side play. And then offensively, whether he has the ball or not, he's going to be really, really active. Crashing the glass, cutting through the basket, moving out the basketball, and then obviously the ability to get hot the way he did tonight as well. So just a very versatile guy. It's a reason why we have a strong belief in him, man. And he's a big part of the tonight.
Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. I'm Allie Clifton, joined by the Hall of Famer, looking good, big game, James Worthy, your Lakers insider, Mike Bresnahan. If you were looking for a Lakers win to complete your Christmas, there you go. Lakers get the W, pick up their first win on the season. Guys, Frank Vogel said after opening night, ring night, rightfully so, he wanted to find a better rhythm. His guys did just that. 33 assists on the night. And normally we would start with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. They were great, combined for 50 points. But can we first give some love to two new Laker additions? In 2 games, they are showing up. They are showing out. Montrezl Harrell, Dennis Schroeder. Big game. Trez, 22 points, 10 of 13 from the field, 7 boards, 4 offensive. Schroeder, 18 points, 7-11 to go along with 6 dimes. They are fun.
Yeah, I got to give Rob Pelinka and the front office some serious credit for picking up, those 2 players. Yeah. Both were candidates for Sixth Man of the Year of award last year. Montrez won it. Schroeder was runner-up. This reminds me of early 2000, 2001, the making of a squad that's going to be together for a little while, especially if Schroeder gets this extension we're talking about. We're talking about guys that'll be together. They look really scary tonight as a defending champion team. They look like champions tonight. Minus I think it was 10 or 11 turnovers in the first half. This team looked almost unstoppable. And I know that Dallas was missing a key player. But I thought on both ends of the court, Schroeder, Pope, Caruso, the defense was sticky. They made it tough for Luka Doncic. He's a great player, hit some great shots, but I think those 2 players, the addition of those 2 players, are going to yield some very good, consistent, productive basketball. And you don't need AD and LeBron to score all the time. You got Schroeder who can score. Montrez he's an assassin in the post. He flashes in. You don't see that a lot anymore where bigs actually they get in the paint and they spread out.
How many times did you see his numbers? I said that.
Every freaking play, it
when
seems like.
When you see a player's numbers on the block, what do you do?
You give it to him.
Give him the rock.
Immediately. And he flashes in like so big and wide and strong. So this team is going to be good. I know that they're going to be tested. But they got that ring ceremony game over, and they came to play tonight.
James, I don't know if it's the hat or the analysis, but you were completely on point tonight. Look spectacular. Love everything you're saying. Last season, it was kind of a grab bag. Who's going to be the Lakers' 3rd best player after LeBron and AD, obviously? And it was kind of like a Rondo maybe some nights, Dwight Howard some nights, Kuzma, of course, can't forget Kyle. I think that race is going to be really dynamic this season. Will be Montrez as the 3rd best player of a particular game. Schroeder. Kuzma, again, kind of quietly doing his thing tonight.
Yes, he did.
Very, very much below the radar, but getting some rebounds, getting some scoring, looked assertive on defense too. But you just can't say enough about the job that the Laker front office did getting Montrezl Harrell, a surprise free agent signing for them. Remember, they had only $9.3 million. That was their highest they could spend for one player for this upcoming season, for this season in particular, the salary, and they did that. And, of course, getting Schroeder for a late first-round pick and Danny Green. 2 really good additions. No other way to say it.
Look, we talk a lot here in the offseason about the many combinations that Frank Vogel has in his toolbox to go to. And I was writing a few down. I got 9 over here. And Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell were in 7 of those different kind of looks, those different kind of opportunities. It is no wonder we got the Woj bomb right before tonight's game about the Lakers already wanting to be in contract negotiations with the young point guard. He is one of those guys, we talked about it coming into this season, who can take off that pressure with a guy like LeBron James, who can really settle down the offense, but can be effective and impactful as well, all the while playmaking.
No question. I think it was maybe the 3rd, maybe a little bit of the 4th quarter. AD was out of the game. I didn't even realize that he was out of the game that long. And they were able to keep it going. Shooter hitting threes. He gets into the paint and he hesitates. He shoots a floater. Three layups for three-point plays. And then Montrezl, offensive rebounds. They know how to sustain a game. It's almost like you got two all-star kind of caliber players. So I was very impressed with the way they played today. And then Morris played well. And you mentioned Kuzma. Not big flashy numbers, but very important plays defensively and hit some big shots offensively. So they were well-rounded, took the comeback, and then was able to, move ahead and surge on. So, yeah, I was very impressed. I know it's only game 2, but they looked like they were in championship form tonight as they were in the bubble. It was very impressive.
And James, you got to like this about Schroeder. All right, earlier this month, he told the media, I want to start, okay? He was a backup the last couple of years in OKC. After being a starter his last couple of years in Atlanta, and he was great as a reserve role. As you already said, he was the runner-up for the Sixth Man of the Year award last season. But make no mistake, he got traded to the Lakers, 1 year left on this deal, and he said, I want to start for this team. And not only is he starting, he's excelling, and he's blending in perfectly. I thought the first game, maybe the shot efficiency wasn't there. Tonight, though, he was firing on just about every number you could want. And Montrez, anytime you go, 10 for 13? That's what I call a good night. And not just, dunks and putbacks and that type of thing. Hit a little bit of range, a couple baseline jumpers, 14 to 16 feet.
Shot looked nice.
That's kind of a different look for him. If he's going to hit that stuff, that's really going to expand his game and help the Lakers as a whole.
And he lets you know he's there. I mean, when he commits an offensive foul, it's an offensive foul. And you know he's there, and you know he's going to hit, and you know he's going to be physical.
Yep.
And for an opponent, you plant that seed in an opponent's head, and it's something to think about. When he's in there, banging, you say, where's the beef? Montrezl has got a lot of it.
Oh, it's there.
Speaking of physicality, after game 1, we were thinking just 38 paint points for the Lakers. That seemed a little uncharacteristic. Tonight, they got out in transition, had 15 fast break points just in the first half alone.
Wow.
But let me read this stat to you, and you put it into perspective. They dominated the boards, 53-27, 17 offensive rebounds, which led to 35-0 in second chance opportunities.
Yeah.
The second game of the season.
That's understanding where to get your bread and butter. It might not come in points like shooting and shots, but offensive rebounds. And they should have tonight. Collectively, they did a good job. Everyone was rebounding. AD, Montrezl, the guards. So if they're going to rebound like that, that gets their fast break going. And you saw tonight, when they're out and running, they just can't beat them. But it starts with the defense. It starts with the points in the paint, layups. I just thought they executed well tonight.
That's an outstanding stat right there. I've never heard such a disparity. 35 zip. I mean, that's crazy right there. And the Lakers, as we know, they lost 2 very good centers, veteran centers in JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard. Dwight left as a free agent, and JaVale is basically traded to help get Marc Gasol some more cash. All right, so you're going to lose rebounding and definitely shot blocking with those guys. But if Montrez keeps doing what he's doing, Anthony Davis, LeBron, those guys can rebound a little bit too. The Lakers might not fall that far back in the rebounding category as some people predicted when you lose a JaVale and a Dwight in the same offseason.
Just such intention. The battle on the boards. Again, I said 17 offensive rebounds for the Lakers, just 3 for Dallas.
Oh, you can't win like that if you're
following the game plan.
Yeah,
they are.
We'll get to LeBron James and Anthony Davis because they were great as well. But first, let's check out the highlight in case you missed it.